Okay, today we're going to learn how to make balloon letters in Adobe Illustrator. You can tell me if you hadn't run into this in Illustrator, you'd think this was Photoshop. I thought it was Photoshop. But to do this technique on the letters, you're probably going to want to use this font. It's called Modak. You can get it at 1001fonts.com for free. While I haven't tried any other fonts, I think it would be pretty difficult to do this effect without a font like this. So after you've downloaded your font, go ahead and type out whatever word it is that you want to apply your effect to. And we're going to go ahead and go with balloon. We're going to want to do some colored text. I don't think it even works on black type. Alright, so we've got that. Put some color there. What we need to do is we need to go to Object and Expand. Make sure you have both Object and Fill clicked. Click OK. Now we've expanded our letters here. I want to right click on that and go down to Ungroup, and so we can ungroup these letters. Make them into singles. Okay. What we're going to do next is we're going to smooth out the path. So you want to click on the letter and then right click on it and come down here to smooth. It'll bring up this little dialog box. Another way that you can do that is highlight your letter, go to Object, come down to Path. Smooth is about halfway down, but it's easier for me to right click on it. Now what this is going to do, and you can see me moving the slider back left and right, is it takes the sharp points out of the path. I found somewhere between 25 and 30 works for most of these letters. I'm just going to go through, I'm going to do each of my letters. Right click on the highlighted character. Somewhere between 25 and 30, sometimes 35, just your preference. I like 30 on that one. We've got our L's here. Since this is the same letter, no sense in doing them singly. I'm going to take this up to probably 30. That's because these little points here up at the top are still kind of sharp until we get up into the higher number. Go with our O's here. Smooth. You see how these zeros have kind of like a flat bar kind of almost thing going on there. I'm going to want to turn those into more circles or ovals, so I'm actually going to go probably up to about 40 with that. 35, 40, somewhere in there. And let's do 37. Our last one there. 25, 20, 26. Okay, we've changed all of our letters to give them more of a smooth path. Let's go ahead and click on them, group them together. We're going to go to our effects, to 3D and materials, and we're going to click inflate. Let's go ahead and do that. It's going to bring up our options panel here. It's going to have 3 tabs up here at the top, not the plane, extrude, and all that, all the way at the top, the object, materials, and lighting. So on the objects tab, the only thing we need on here is the inflate both sides. That's important. What that's going to do is it's not only going to inflate what you see in front of you, it's also going to give it a back as well. Go to materials, just ignore this stuff up here. We're going to come down to, here it is, base properties. I'm just going to take the roughness to 0.1. The metallic I'm going to do 0.45 is a good solid number for that. You don't want to use a higher number for a darker color. Like I used the 0.45 for this yellow color, but if I use red or something like that, I'd probably want to go to a 0.2, because with a darker colored font, it just becomes too dark. 0.45 there for this one, and then come over here to lighting. Hard part's almost done. Come down here, The only ones that we're even going to mess with is softness and intensity. Take softness up to about 55%. Intensity, I'm actually going to take up above 100. I'm actually going to make it about 138. I know that looks kind of, kind of weird now, but it'll look good. We also want to turn on our shadows. You see when I turned that on, that it gave us these really big shadows, but it also cut it off. And it does this on the bottom and the top and the side. So you got to come down here to where it says shadow bonds, or bounds, excuse me. You see when I move this, it changes where it cuts it off. You could take it just to this 33%, 35%, 40%, and it seems like that's good enough. It's not touching the edges. But when I tell the application to finalize this transition, what it'll do is it'll leave these like off-color dirty white up here at the top. You'll see like a line where it edges. It doesn't go from white to white. It actually has it all dirtied up. So I actually, in order to get rid of that, I actually took the shadow bounds all the way up to 250. It may not need to go that high, but I got frustrated and moved it all up there. And so that took care of the problem. Alright, so now once you've done that, that's all the settings that you need to change. But the last thing you got to do is you got to come up here to the top and you got to touch this button or click this button up here. But this finalizes everything. And you see that? Turned it into a nice metallic color for us. So there you go. That's how you do that. But there's more. You have bring up when you click on it and brings up this little crosshair. It allows you to move your letters in different ways, and then it changes the effects to match what you've moved it to. Okay, so you can just grab this in the middle and move it, or you can click this line and then it allows you to roll it up and down or change the axis as such. Then if you go and you click on this bottom one, this will let you go from right to left. Definitely very cool. I was wondering, can we do this to shapes? The answer is yes. Yes, we can do this to shapes. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a different color on my star here. You all know how to make a star already. You just follow the same process. Come down here, expand.
Click on it, right click, smooth, and change the smooth, get rid of the points, 30, 35, somewhere in there, maybe a little more, 40. Effects, 3D materials, inflate, you see? And then you're just going to follow all the same steps you did before. Inflate both sides, come to materials, down here at the bottom, 0.1 in the roughness.
And then remember I said before 0.45 for the other color, but you see how dark that made it? We can't go that high on this color, so we're going to go to 0.2
on this one. And then over here to lighting, come to softness, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put out 55%, and the intensity, it's going to be 138% just like before.
So after you change the lighting, come up here, click on your finalize. There you have it. It finalized your object. You can do the same thing as far as the 3D options go. There you have it. We have text and objects.